Dude, it's gotten to the point now, whenever I go out and I don't have a hat on, like I'm just like a bare head, I feel like I'm missing something.
Never been a hat guy. I can't relate.
Well, hats are so like a part of everybody. It's part of your fit. You have to have a hat. If you don't wear a hat, it's like, where are you going to? Are you going to a wedding? Like, what's happening?
You talk about your appearance too much on this thing, man.
I can't help myself. I'm a hot guy.
I've never watched the pod, and every episode has like 5 minutes. You like, do I look right? Do I look right? Do I look right? Like, I've never seen the pod.
You gotta watch it on YouTube. I just put it on.
You get views?
I do. You know what's funny is like YouTube's the best thing for me. I've got more followers on my YouTube channel than I do anything else. It's not even close. Huh. I just like in the last 6 months, I've went from 10. I think Terry followed me on YouTube, and now I've got like 5,500 in the last like couple months.
Shout out Terry.
Just keep on building, keep on building.
Because you say controversial shit, huh?
I do. People like that. Like, and it's people. I get the most hits on whenever I shit on white people.
Yeah. Like controversial shit. That stuff tracks. Like people like commenting on that stuff, and it gets interactions.
Yeah. So the interactions, and that's what boosts the algorithm. So if people comment, like if 2 people comment on it, then it plugs it into anybody else who's ever commented on that same type of video.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
So then it just goes like crazy. And it's
sure.
Like I have like the handling white supremacy, like that clip from the podcast. And like the thing is just, I think it has like 100,000 something views.
Yeah.
And it's just dudes, white guys being like, oh, you just violence against white people. That's your solution.
Yep.
Like no one knows that it's like, they think it's all serious.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's fucking,
I think
stupid.
With a mic in front of your face, you think they would understand that that's comedy, right? But
they have no concept of it at all. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
Everything they take is, and all the people that comment are people that have like no subscribers. It's all just like the egg shape, like on Twitter, where it's just a guy, it's a troll that has an account. That's all it is. No one has anything.
Yeah.
But hey, that fucking the bald bit's like 30,000 views away from 1 million.
Which one's that?
That's like the shave your head bit, the one like the only bit that's
like the first one that blew up.
Yeah,
1 million. That's not a small amount of views, my friend.
Yeah, it's like 30. It's like I think I'm at like I think it was like 970,000 as of like a couple days ago.
Have you seen that reflect on like your like Twitter and Instagram? Like,
I mean, it's all funneled to YouTube. It's all funneled to the YouTube because like the Instagram they're separate. So Instagram and Twitter, like they don't even want you to. Like there's no cross promotion. Like you can't even promote like your website or have people like on Instagram. If people have posts in their stories and they go swipe up and it takes you immediately to the link of your website or your YouTube channel. But Instagram doesn't allow that until you have 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
So you have to be at a certain bracket of follower before you can even have all which is fucking lame. Like you can't, like I can't promote anything. Like it's harder to get people to go to YouTube from Instagram because they have to click on my link and then find this link and then go to that app. And people are like, we're not gonna do that.
Too many buttons to press.
Too many buttons to press. And but I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's just none of it means anything until it matters.
Yeah.
Josh, dude, when are you gonna fucking? We gotta get you on Xbox. You gotta graduate and come up here and hang with us.
You guys play enough to make it worth it?
We play so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys play a lot, don't you? You guys both got time on your hands.
Free time.
I've been meaning to mail like these 4 shirts that I like boat and Boyce bought these shirts like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And I've had them packaged and ready to go for 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
And I just had to go to the post office. And I just play Call of Duty instead.
Just can't get there. Yeah.
I can't get there every time.
Sticks are staring at me, man.
Jake just hits me up. Where's like reps? We getting reps today?
Yep. Reps, I like that. When you call them reps, of course I'm gonna be there.
Okay, get some morning reps. Like the other day, I was so upset. I sent Jake a text. I was like, morning reps is like 9 a.m, so 8 his time, and I know he's up, and he didn't respond to me. Yeah. And it like bummed me out. And then I got online by myself, and it wasn't as much fun.
Yeah.
And I looked at my phone, and I hadn't hit send.
Oh no. Yeah.
And then I hit send and it was like noon. He's like, yeah, let's go. And then I had to go somewhere else. I mean, I just missed like 3 hours of morning reps.
Yeah. And he was probably sitting there staring at his phone, waiting for you to text him for the invite,
Are we gonna play?
Hot damn.
Although the big guy had a nice rage quit today.
Oh, I was furious. It was like the
better. Jake's still good.
Second game, the first one just went terrible, and then I just died in the most ridiculous way possible. And I just flash rage, and it was just I'm done. I don't need this today.
You turn off the console, you just X out of the game.
I was like, I'm getting off. It just turned it off.
True rage quit is just pushing the console button and just the console.
It was pretty like composed rage quit. I would like, but like it was just like it was immediate though. There was no hesitation.
Which is funny because like when we started playing, he's good and he's been playing consistently this whole time. And I got into it probably like a couple months back. And then right when I got to Austin, we started playing a bunch. But I'm so bad. And the second you have one good game, you think you're back, but you're still trash.
Yep.
So I'm getting I can't play multiplayer anymore. We don't play that.
You used to be good at gaming though. What happened? Is the game changed? You changed?
I'm better now. Like I figured it out. I'm getting better. I can hang in the games. But we go play multiplayer, the one we used to play, and it's so fast paced and everybody is so good. And the way that you die it's just like it's the most cunty way, and it's just made to make you upset.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And
there's no chasing the dragon because like you'll get like 2, 3, then you die 7 in a row.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Big Jake's fucking 17-2, and that's making me mad too. When he's doing well and I can't move.
Yep, exactly.
I'm like, how can you move? It's so annoying.
Put the team on his back.
It's like that scene in Swingers when Jon Favreau loses all his money on the blackjack table, and they're cashing out. It's Vaughn's like, "Hey man, look, you're up 60." He's like, "Yeah, but I'm down
311. I'm telling you."
It's like, what happened? How much you up? I don't know. How much you up? You know how much you're up. I got lucky on the craps table, man. You know, I'm up 200. And that's Jake every time we play. How you doing, Jake?
Yep. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. He's 18-4.
Yeah, he's 19-0. Yeah.
What pisses me off is so we play Warzone, which is like the massive map.
Yep.
And then there's all these little like side. It's just madness. But you can treat it where you can be like strategic and try and like win the game by just looting and not interacting, or you can just be the guy going for chaos.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's most of us is just going for chaos.
Chaos. Yeah.
And that was Jake's first rage quit I've had with him since I've been back. It was bad. It was so funny.
It was tough.
All right, we'll get into it though. I mean, let's talk more. Let's talk about the last round. We have to start with the Hawks. It's like such a weird thing when like Pete Carroll's like, I don't know. I have any answers.
Yep.
So what?
Kind of scary.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have any answers? Like, we lost to a one-thumb Jared Goff. I mean, I get that the Rams defense is quietly
been the best in the NFL, probably. The front seven and not to mention Jalen Ramsey on the outside, probably the best in the NFL, right?
But isn't that kind of weird? What was it? 3 years ago, they had the best offense in the league. The defense is solid, but then the offense has really fallen off.
Yeah,
and now they just flipped like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like their vibe is weird. It's like you guys were this 2 seasons ago. Sure. And now your offense is just like non-existent, and you have the best defense that we've seen, but no one's talking about you being the best defense.
Yep.
Until yesterday.
Yep. I think some of that's a lack of improvement from Goff, though. You know, I think the first couple of years with McVay and Goff, they kind of shocked the world, and then Goff just never got any better from those first couple of years, right? There was zero improvement, and now he's hurt. Like I think that has something to do with the offense.
It seemed like leading up to it that they were like stoked about that Wolford dude.
Yeah, I mean, McVay was pretty high on him. It seemed like I think he would have started him over Goff regardless of the thumb. I think he wanted to kind of see something new. I think he's tired of Goff. Just the impression I get, he's kind of over Goff.
Big Jake,
Goff's not good, is he?
He's not good. No, but he's also
not.
The thing is like he's only as good as McVay is.
Sure.
And then McVay can call an incredible game, and then Goff can still not have a great game, and then that's where McVay has a disconnect. Big Jake, if you're one of these other quarterbacks, like, you know, all these, the quarterback carousel is going to be crazy coming up because all these guys are going to be moving around because all these rookies are coming in and new coaches, all this shit. Would you not, like, if you're the Rams, would you not just like, let's deal Goff and get one of these young guys? get anybody. They make a play for Darnold. I mean, I would like Darnold more than I like Goff, and Darnold's been in the worst situation for 4 years.
Yeah, Matt Stafford. I take Matt Stafford for 2 or 3 years. I mean, Matt Stafford's like 32 or something like that. You know, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people moving around this offseason. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in Matt Stafford, so I support that. I think Goff's maybe a little underrated at this point. He's just kind of hit a bad stretch. I think their O-line has been suspect for a good year and a half, at least, probably. And I think that affects him quite a lot. Then he's had, a little bit of injury stuff like that. I don't think he's ever going to be an MVP or anything like that, but I might ride it out with him. The other side, though, is he's making an obscene amount of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That's really where you kind of get caught.
Yep.
It's weird. It's weird how these quarterbacks, especially in the last 5 years, will have these one seasons where they're top 1, 2, 3 MVP candidate. Yep. And we're like, well, I mean, this guy's really arrived. It's really crazy how incredible this guy is out of nowhere. And then they just like revert back. And then we're like, wait, 2 years ago, you threw for like 490, it's like 4,900 yards, and you had like 45 touchdowns and 10 picks. You went to the Super Bowl, and now we might get rid of you.
Yeah. And that's incredibly frustrating. It's same thing as Russell Wilson. Like the first couple of weeks of the season, once you show us that you can put up 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, and then you take that away from us, it's like, what the hell, But once you show you can put up those numbers, then that production disappears. That's when fan bases get pissed. That's when fan bases start calling for heads and stuff like that.
The Russ thing doesn't make any sense.
No.
It
doesn't make any sense to me either. I mean, I watched that game though. I can't remember. Not to just keep harping on offensive lines, I can't remember a single time he threw from a clean pocket the whole game.
No.
Well, yeah, that's always been the issue. But I mean, the Russ thing, it seemed like the last 8 years of his career, it's like, this is what we do in Seattle.
Yep. Exactly.
Run the ball on first and second down. Russ make a play
action,
win by 3. That's what we're gonna do.
Exactly. Yep.
And then this was like the experiment. Let's let Russ cook. Let's do all this shit. MVP campaign, all this stuff. They open up the offense.
Yep.
It was like 6-7 weeks of just, this guy's the best best player in the league.
Yep.
And then, Chris Carson got hurt. That's a big deal. O-line, regressed. And then all of a sudden, Russ was just like making these, like, I don't want to say retarded, but the dude.
But yeah, I agree though. But just like pocket awareness, like he started doing this thing when he faces pressure around the edge. Like when he steps up, he just completely ducks, like puts his head down. Like his pocket awareness disappeared. Like I thought he regressed like a huge amount. I thought he was terrible at the back end of the season. Fell off a fucking cliff.
But I think that's like the philosophy change. Like it was almost like Pete Carroll said, all right, you know what? You want to do it your way? We'll do it your way and we'll see how we go.
Yep.
We'll become not what we've been my whole career. We'll be the offense with shit defense, and we'll see what happens. And then it was like, this is cool, but we're like still losing some of these games that you're going off in.
Yeah. Yep.
And then they're like, all right, we're buttoning it back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the last 5 weeks, the defense was like, and we went from like giving up like 36 points a game to we were giving up one like 17, and it was like this big turnaround. But then Russ regressed.
Yep.
As the defense got better, the Russ just fell off the cliff.
Exactly. They never paired up for one. As soon as one regressed and the other improved, they just never got on the same page. Not for one game.
I wonder what the conversation was between Pete Carroll and Schottenheimer when they fought, because whenever they have like the we agreed to part ways, it was like, fuck you, my shit's it worked. He's like, yeah, but I don't like you that much.
Yep. I mean, in Pete's press conference, like on that 4th and 1 play where did you watch the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So on that 4th and 1 play where they were going to go for it, but they got the delay game, like Pete said that Brian Schottenheimer had a play called, and Pete said no, and Pete like stepped in there. It's like, it's 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter. That's a huge play. Like Brian Schottenheimer is going to call his best play in that situation. And so he called his best play and Pete says no. Like I think Pete meddles too much. Pete has final say, which is whatever, but I think he just meddles in the offense too much.
Where do they go? I mean, like who are they going to bring in? Like, did they bring in another? I mean, I feel like Schottenheimer was kind of like the best case scenario, but what we were going to do, what Pete wanted to do. And it's like, we're not cool enough to keep this going for.
Yep.
I don't know.
But cheering for a Pete Carroll team is like you're making a deal with the devil. Like he just he just wants to keep these games close, and he wants to keep them close till the fourth quarter. Then he wants to make, like, I saw this quote on the Ringer. He worships at the altar of turnover differential, and that is absolutely true. Like, his whole lens is seen through, like, we cannot turn the ball over. We have to, like, win the turnover differential, and that's not a very aggressive style of play, and that's just the deal we made with being a Pete Carroll team. He just has, like, this super strict philosophy on football: run, play action, run, play action, and that's keep it close, and that's we traded in, like, a high ceiling for a high floor, right? Like, we're gonna be a 10-win team every year. We're gonna lose in the first round of the playoffs every year, but I mean, does that style of play win in the playoffs? I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting because if they don't have that Pats loss on the fucking one, if they don't throw that pick, then he's got 2 rings, and it's like, it really is a thing of, well, this is his philosophy, and he's the NFC Belichick. He's in there every year. He's not gonna have 6 rings, but he's doing it for 10 less years or whatever. And now it's like, well, you only got 1 ring.
Yeah.
And you got 1 bad loss. Yep. And now you're not. You've had a couple seasons. So now it's like, ooh, are we going to start questioning how you're running stuff? Because success, but again, like you said, the ceiling's kind of right here.
It's a low floor, low ceiling.
Right? And the ceiling was crazy high for the first 3 years. And so it reset everything. And now it's almost like there's been this new reset where it's like, wait, are the Hawks even, is anybody even worried about the Hawks anymore?
Yep. But what's better, though? What would you rather have your team be incredible for 2 or 3 years and then be a 500 team for 15 years? Just do this, or would you rather be just in the playoffs, double-digit win team every year? I don't know. What's better?
Fans don't care about the past anymore.
Sure.
Like, unless you're a team that just has not won anything, like the Cowboys still cling to, like, we were great in the 80s. We were great in the 90s. Yeah. But I mean, now it's like, look at the Packers won Super Bowl, like 7 years ago? What was it when
wasn't it 2010?
Yeah. When Aaron Rodgers won his first one.
Yeah.
And then Packers fans were just like, they didn't care. The next they're like, well, why aren't we winning?
Yep.
Why aren't we winning? Yep. Why aren't we winning? Yep. Why aren't we winning? And they're mad. They're firing coaches, moving people around. With the Hawks, it's like recency bias of, wait, are we good?
Yeah.
Because every year we have this hype, and then we're not good. Yep. But we're not the Lions, who always have all this hype. Like, Matt Stafford, he's healthy this year. Look at the vote out for the Lions. It's like we always have this hype, and then we're like, wait, maybe we aren't. And all the fucking there's nothing worse than the 12s. The 12s fans are the fucking worst people ever.
I don't claim 12 I'll tell you that.
Big Jake, what do you think about when these coaches, like when these coordinators butt heads with the coach? And then Pete is also, is he the GM?
He's the head of football operations. He's the final say. He's got more say over than John Schneider.
So like when you see like these coordinator guys coming in and out of places, I mean, how appealing do you think Pete Carroll is to an offensive coordinator after seeing what they've done? Like, they know, okay, I'm going to have to cater to what Pete wants to do. Yep, so it's really not, the creative control is not really going to be mine as an OC there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why their best bet is probably to go like an up and comer, if you will, like a lesser known OC, like somebody, pull somebody from somebody else's staff, like a position coach or whatever. Something like that. To get back to Pete, though, like that philosophy is great and all. When you have an elite defense, that's a great way to win games. But your philosophy needs to match your personnel, and they don't have that.
Yep. But lack of adaptability, though. That's what all this comes down to. Like, it's just the same. It's the same shit. Remember that Dallas Cowboys playoff loss 2 years ago? When they would just not stop fucking running the ball. They were down in the third quarter. They just kept running it down the fourth. He just refuses to adapt. And this league is so fast to adapt. It's just, the game's, I won't say it's passed them by, but
it does feel like we're like the Seahawks are like, white guys in the 80s in the NBA. It's like, hey, we're kind of moving away from you. So you're going to have to play center.
And the thing that makes that worse is who are the 3 other divisional coaches? McVay, Shanahan, who are 2 of the best offensive minds in the game, and then Kingsbury, who's kind of exposing himself to be a dum-dum. But
dude, Kingsbury's trash, and I love it.
I kind of liked him at first, but he's kind of turning out to be just an idiot. Like we all should have saw that coming though, right?
Well, that's like McVay.
Really.
It's like McVay. So McVay came in, he was a really hot young guy, and they cooled off for like a season.
Yeah.
And then they did the Super Bowl hangover, and they were like not looking as good. Now they're back to like he's kind of adapted and figured it out. Yep. And Kingsbury, it's like, wait, yo, dude, are you gonna waste? Because now whenever you have a young quarterback and you're the coach of a young quarterback, people are like so concerned with like wasting the like the early years of these guys before everybody figures it out.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh wait, are you gonna waste Kyler? And also the Kyler Murray thing, he's kind of had the same trajectory as the coach.
Yeah.
It's like we don't know about this guy. Oh, whoa, look at this guy. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't really know if we know about this guy. They both have that same dip together.
Absolutely, yeah. They're connected for sure. They brought them in together. Yep.
Kingsbury, though, I don't think he's that hot. Everyone says he's a hot guy.
You mean like good looking?
Yeah.
He's all right.
Well, I mean, I think you always get judged according to what's the paradigm of your job. Like where are you?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you the hottest middle school teacher? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you probably aren't the hottest person at a club.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that but then Kingsbury's, I mean, I guess when you got guys like fucking Andy Reid running around, it's like, all right, yeah, pretty hot.
John Gruden.
I bet Pete Carroll was a hot guy when he was younger.
Yeah, I think Pete Carroll's like the exact same his entire life. Have you ever seen Pete Carroll ever look different? He's been like literally. Have you ever?
We only known him. We only known him white haired. He's only known him. He's 77, whatever the fuck he is. He's old.
Yeah.
So think about, it's like back when you first saw him, we were like, 15, but he was still like, 60.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's kind of like, what's that scene in fucking Back to the Future where he goes back to the future? Or he goes back, he goes to the past, and he sees he goes to the principal, and he's still bald. He's like, this guy ever had hair?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like 25 years ago. And then I was like, oh shit, like I've been bald since I was 21, 22.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm going to be bald longer than I had hair.
Yep.
And people will start only seeing me as a bald guy.
That's right.
And
there's people in your life who have never known you with hair. Right?
Such a bummer, dude. Dude, whenever I have to show someone my driver's license, I have a wonky ear. So like this ear sticks out farther than the other one does.
Yeah, maybe.
And I always like turn my head when I take pictures or something. Maybe it's this ear. One ear sticks out farther than the other one does.
Your right sticks out a little farther, maybe.
Yeah, this one does. Yeah. And I didn't know that until I started shaving my head. And this girl I was dating at WSU was like, "Your right ear's fucked up."
Fucked up. Fucked up.
You're fucked up. Shut up, Lindsay. Slut. Don't me on my birthday. Fucking stupid bitch. All right, we're doing a podcast about ex-girlfriends now. I'm gonna start with tell you bomb on a Zoom show. Anyway.
No one's listening. Both your listeners are right here.
There's nothing worse than doing a Zoom pod with Big Jake and trying to make him laugh on here, and he doesn't laugh because he's thinking about what he's gonna say next. And I'm like, fuck, did I bomb or did he not listen? And then I realized that he just listened and it wasn't that funny.
Crowd of one.
Give me one, fucking douche. God damn it. Fucking unreal.
I was way satisfying. Sorry.
Just let me fucking drown up here. Fucking unbelievable. Okay, so then we had the fucking lamest game ever.
What were your guys' score predictions for that LA Seattle game?
I mean, I took Seattle because I was like, we got no Goff. And then Goff got hurt, and Jake was texting me. He's like, Hawks are in trouble. And then then the Hawks had that big shot.
That scramble to DK.
Yeah, and he was like, all right, cool. And I put it on. I'm like, oh, we're good. And then it was just like, wait, we got Goff's can't throw. How bad are we?
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, what did Russ complete? 11 passes?
Yeah, he was like 9 for 20 or something like that. Yeah, or maybe that was Jared Goff. Yeah, something like, but not great.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest. That was my most. That was like my lock I had in my mind. Like, that's a lock.
Sure,
it's going to be the Hawks over.
Weird on that one, but I debated on that one for a while. But
divisional team
Russ would carry him, and he did not.
Yeah, you'd think that Russ is going to show up in the playoffs, and it's like, I mean, he has before, but then he also has done horrible things in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of like, The other game we had, the most fucking predictable game probably of all time was the Saints and the Bears.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're Chicago? Like what a weird thing to be like, oh, we're bringing in Foles, he's our guy, and then they start Trubisky, and then he gets hurt. Like, oh, we're going with Foles, and then Foles is trash, and like, well, Trubisky got hot for like 2 or 3 weeks at the end.
Yep.
And then they're like, this defense, and it's like, wait, the Bears are just gonna like kind of just fade into the ether, I think.
I think they found out nothing this year. This year, like, exposed nothing for them. They're no further ahead in like the QB search process at all. You know, like I think if they pay Mitch based off of those like 4 weeks, that's a fucking mistake.
I mean, I thought they'd have been better off taking a guy. This is early in the year. I thought, oh, we'll just get Cam Newton, and then Cam Newton's been fucking awful too. Yeah. It's like maybe they should have just stuck with Trubisky, which they did. So good on them. But Jake. I was telling Jake the other day, I was like, dude, Drew Brees is just a sack of bones.
Yep. It looks like he's throwing a bowling ball.
Yeah, it's he just like, and he's always had that thing where he just like heaves it.
Yeah.
But then there was some zip. And now it literally looks like he's throwing like a sack of potato. It's terrible.
Same as Phillip and Ben, though. Phillip and Ben are the exact same way. Like, it fucking pains me. They're shot putting it. Yeah. The ball just floats. It hangs up in the air. It's just ugly.
Ben for me is the most painful one probably to watch. That was tough. That was uncomfortable watching that game. I got just weirded out.
Yeah.
Well, Phillip wasn't that bad though.
No, he wasn't, and he's always kind of pushed the ball out there like that. It always kind of looks weird.
The Ben thing is weird though because he's still big. He's still massive. Like Drew Brees has always been small. It was only a matter of time till his body wasn't able to push the ball. The fact that he could ever throw the ball as far as he could in the first place was impressive. Phillip had that rubber arm where he never threw the ball 80 yards in the air, but he could just kind of zip it all over the place. Ben had a cannon. I mean, Ben threw for 5,000 yards 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Right.
And then this year, he looked okay this year, and he had those young receivers. But man, it really did look like it's like, oh, maybe you're done. Maybe you don't have it anymore.
What's that off-season workout program look like, though? Who we kidding?
You know what he starts with? You know what he's doing in the off-season because he wants to get in shape. He's having 12 high lifes to start his day. Yeah, you know he's drinking.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Dude, yeah. I love – dude, my favorite thing is looking at anybody, whether it's a fucking athlete, an actor, and it's big in, like, sports commentary. These guys that you can tell never stop drinking.
Yep.
Because they all got booze face.
He's got whiskey nose.
You know who has the fucking most disgusting booze bag face ever is fucking Tim Legler.
Oh yeah.
Watch Tim Legler's face has just got his nose has gotten bigger.
Tim Legler.
And he's got like his eyes, like around the skin, the fat around his eyebrows are like getting bigger, and then his cheeks are getting wider, and his
just holding water
in his face. I love these guys that never quit. Just keep drinking
and just wear it right here. Yeah.
They're always kind of glowy right here.
Yep. You squeeze their nose and just whiskey shoots out of their pores.
I saw a picture of me from back in the Chicago days, and it was bad. Like my face is like rounded out here. It's fucking. I mean, Jake, you kind of have that going on right now, but you're just fucking getting fat.
Yeah.
You look so fat on camera.
No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
15, bro.
Dude, we got to fat shame him. Look what happened to Tom. We fat shamed Tom. He lost 100 pounds. He's got a bunch more skin now, but he looks
it back on.
He looks better.
Yeah.
He posted a gym selfie for the first time in a year the other day.
How do you look?
He looked like he had just done traps for a year.
Yeah, just like nothing.
He's wearing one of those cutoff shirts that like he cuts it at the seam of the collar.
Sure.
So it's like it starts here, and then this is all gone. And it's like a little tiny like string around his traps, and he's just looking jacked as shit. Wearing his hat forward like this in the gym.
Oh, he's that guy. Trap shirt. Hell yeah.
I started going to Gold's. There's a Gold's out here, and I'm a meathead now, so I started going. Yeah, gym. I need to get a gym membership, right? So I haven't been to a gym in probably since like Chicago. It's been like over a year and some change. And I go in there, dude, and First of all, anybody going to a gym during a pandemic, it's like you must love the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
And these dudes that are in there, there's nothing better. There's no one in there. Their guys are either 5'1" or 6'6".
Clanging and banging, baby.
There's no middle ground. There's either guys that are fucking, but their thighs always touch when they walk, or there are these dudes that are just gorillas.
Yeah.
That walk. They're just like, you done with that? You almost done? How many sets? Okay, can I work in? Hey, can I work in?
Can I work in? Yeah, that's
it's my favorite.
Can I work in there, man?
If you do the lat pull down machine, you will get a guy coming up to you every 30 seconds. Hey, can I get a set in there? So let me hit one. Can I burn one out real quick? I got my finisher to do. I'm trying to get my back going. I'm gonna go here and then there. Yeah. And then but the best part of it, that's also the best part. But also the other best part is the women that go there.
Yeah.
It's a glam gym. It's a glamour gym. So these girls going in there, and at first I was like, why would you want to just go there, wear that, do what you're doing? And then I thought, if you told me there was a gym that was 98% women that were in great shape, and I would be the 1% of people going in that gym, I would also walk in there and you would see my pussy. Yeah. I'm like, you're going to need to see my pussy this entire workout. Yep. And I'm going to take my time. Yep. And I'm wearing a lot of white.
They know what they're doing.
Oh, dude, there's nothing better than these girls. We're looking at yesterday. She's wearing like hot pink, like booty shorts, asshole tucked up. And she's doing like the fucking, all like the chick exercises.
Yeah.
You know,
I love the difference between the male exercises and the
female machine going.
Yeah. Just hip thrusts.
Oh, the best one that every chick does, they take the bar and they put it across their fucking, their weight, and they like sit on the bench and
they do the thrust. Yeah, that's everywhere.
They do thrust. Or what they do is another one that I love is they go to like what's the machine? It's the squat rack, but it's on like pulleys. So it's fixed. It's a fixed machine. So but it's like it has the actual bar. Yeah. What the girls do, they go there and they lay on their back, put their feet on the bar with no shoes on, and do leg press.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm like, there's a leg press.
It's pussy too. Yeah.
There's a leg press right there.
Yeah.
Why don't you just do the leg press?
No.
They're like, no. This is for my Instagram. Like my followers need to see this.
Yeah, this isn't for me.
Do you know how hard this is to do? I got here 3 hours ago.
We're not
all right. That's gym corner of
gym corner.
What was the other game?
I mean, we saw Indy Buff. We saw Baltimore, Tennessee. Oh, are you talking Saturday? Tampa Bay, Washington would be the other Saturday game.
Tampa Bay, Washington, also not a surprising game. I think Tampa's kind of might sneak their way into the Super Bowl. I think I just kind of like
it's there. It could happen. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
There's no dominant team in the NFC, right?
No.
Who do they go and play? They play Green Bay, right?
It's a divisional game.
Oh, they got right. New Orleans had their number though.
But can you beat it? Is there something to beat it 3 times in a row? I mean, that seems impossible.
Only time I've ever heard of it is the 2014 Eagles beating Montana 3 times in a row.
Oh, I was like, what? Eastern Eagles. Yeah.
The Canadian Football League? What are you talking about?
The Philadelphia Eagles?
So the first week they played week 1, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And it was like just kind of a weird game where like Tom had a bunch of picks and they turned the ball over, and then it was still close kind of late. And the second time they played them, like I was talking to Big Jake about this the last episode. It's like it's so weird when we see these defenses that are supposedly these top 5 defenses that just lay a fucking egg and get housed by 40.
Yep.
It's like, that's how good is your defense?
Yeah.
So both those games, I didn't walk away from either of those games being like, well, the Saints are 40 points better than the Bucks.
Sure.
So, and then also home field doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. What's your pick, Jake?
Early on, I was kind of feeling I'm going to stick with it. I'm taking New Orleans to the Super Bowl, I think, all the way. I'm going New Orleans. Oh. Just because I think they're the best team at every other position other than quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you hate Kyle Hendricks. My guy Hendricks. I don't know why you're hating him so much. Hendrickson?
I don't hate him. I just don't get how he causes so many problems, man.
Josh, Big Jake and I were talking. This is probably like week 6 of the season about Kyle. Is that his name? Kyle Hendricks. He's the DN for the Saints, the white guy with no gloves.
Yeah. Trey, maybe.
Yeah, and he just went off like the first 6 weeks. He was leading the league in sacks, and Jake's like, "No, he's fucking not." I'm like, "Dude, he's number 1 in sacks right now." He's like, "Fucking knows that."
Everybody, man. It's like,
and he gets so mad.
Figure it out.
So he puts it on tape.
Speed the ball, man. Come on.
Speed the ball. I mean, look, but he ended up third. I think he had like 14 and a half sacks. I think he had third in the league in sacks. So, but the Saints are also weird because I mean, you're not. I mean, who was the last quarterback to get carried into a Super Bowl? Peyton at 1.
Yeah, Peyton.
Everyone else, it's like you got to be. You can't just.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of them throughout history.
Right, but like let's say recently, because now the quarterbacks are so good now.
Yeah.
That you're like, if your quarterback isn't carrying you at some point in the postseason, like Peyton Manning didn't carry that Denver team at all at any point in the postseason.
No.
Drew Brees is doing nothing to get them there. Also,
he didn't go off the year before when they went and lost to Seattle, though. He was money still then.
And he was great that year they lost to Minnesota on that fucking miracle play.
Yep.
I think it's somebody else talk. I fucking forgot it. What was I gonna say? Get back to me. Come back to me. I'm locked up. The wheel's locked up. Something about Drew Brees. Something about.
I think he's good. I just think he's good enough to get it done. You know, he's not.
But is that defense good enough though? You think?
I think they're criminally underrated.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the only thing I don't know is, did they lose Quan Alexander for the season? Because they made a trade for him, right? Like their linebackers, D-line, and secondary are top to bottom probably as good as anybody left, other than maybe the Rams.
Yeah. Baltimore's got pretty good defense.
Baltimore, yeah, would be the other one.
Yeah. Quan Alexander. Wait.
I don't think Quan plays. Is he play for the New Orleans Saints?
No, he plays for the Niners. You're a fucking idiot. Kill
yourself. I thought they traded for him.
No.
Hey, kill yourself.
They did trade him though. I don't think he plays for the Niners anymore, or maybe he does.
No, because I know they got Demario Davis is one of their linebackers who's nasty, and I thought the other one was Quan Alexander, and that's just fucking insane if that's true.
Quan Alexander's good.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It says Jake needs to kill himself.
All right, that's fine.
Kill yourself.
Super weird, dude. The internet got really dark. Like, are you talking about Jake right now? I was like, yeah. They're like, tell him to kill himself. Like, oh god.
So something like the internet though.
All right, I have a graphing calculator for a phone. It was taking too long. This thing is not doing. This thing is hanging in there, guys. I want you guys to know. This guy, iPhone 5. Josh, you gotta fucking upgrade. I'm so tired of seeing that green text box. You cunt. There's nothing more annoying. I had to email you this fucking.
That's right. The video. That's right. That was funny.
Unbelievable.
The 8-bit video.
Kid can't. I'm talking to a girl named Shaq. It's probably not going to work out.
Shaq, huh?
Yeah, she's a babe. I love when girls are like trying. It's whenever a girl was like an athlete at any point, she always says like Hooper. It's like you played JV in high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you? You're not. I get that you're 5'11", but let's be honest. Can we not? Can we just pretend like it's over? You know, a little bit. Like I know it's over. Like my good knee hurts now. Like it's over.
Yeah.
But you know how dumb I am? Early on, I think it was last year, the year before, or it was Ted Ginn Jr. Like said he put like 50K. Anybody can beat me in a race. I'll beat anybody in a 60. And I'm like, Ted Ginn's been around for a long time. How old is he? He's got to be like what, 20? He's 34.
Yeah. And
he can still move. And I'm like, well, I'm fucking 29. I'm sure I could I could get back into like close to a 4.5. Probably. Nope. It's fucking done, dude.
Oh man, it's gone.
It's over. You know what I'm about to do? Okay, so at work we do like this mile. It's like the mile benchmark or whatever we do. So it's like use how fast you run the mile on the tread. And the treadmill, it only goes 12 miles an hour as fast as it goes. So the fastest you can run a mile is 5 minutes, right? So I've done that at the best. Like I could do like a 5 and a 3% incline. I could really move. This is like a year ago. And I came on and we did it like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna go out there. And I'm doing it. and I got my 5-minute mile knocked out, but I almost shit my pants. Like everything was shutting down. Like I'm in a full class of all women. In my mind, I'm like, I'm going to hit this mile, but it is going to get ugly for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just fucking, you're trying to clench your asshole and sprint at the same time.
Yes.
I wouldn't say sprint. No. not sprint.
Many times.
Just immediate. Yeah. I did it today.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday. I'm retired. But yeah, so I think it's over. But now that I'm going to Golds, guys, I'm just gonna get fucking most of this podcast me just talking about how jacked I'm gonna get. And usually I'm kidding, but I weighed 155 pounds the other day. So
That's
your
small.
boy is shredded.
Damn.
Shredded.
That's crazy.
And now I'm about to just get fucking Tom Hardy traps. And I'm gonna walk around like this. By the way, you know what I realized recently? I'm actually 5'8". Like I'm really 5'8".
Oh yeah, yeah. Word.
Which fucked me up because my buddy of mine, he's a comic. He's 5'8", but I looked at him and I thought he was 5'6", 5'7". And my buddy's like, "Oh no, he's taller than you." I'm like, "There's no way. He's 5'6". Because he's like 120 pounds. He's a small guy.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, he's taller than you." I'm like, "There's no way he's taller than me." And we're in a bar. And at 30 years old, I told another grown man to take off his shoes and stand back to back with me.
Back to back.
I was like, Dean, come here. Do the thing with
this now.
Take your hat off. Take your fucking, no hoods. And then we stood back to back and we measured. He's like, "I think he's got you." I'm like, "No, take a picture." I made another grown man take a picture of me in the middle of a bar in Austin, Texas with our backs to each other. Our shoes are off. We're wearing socks in a bar.
Sticky ass bar floor.
And we're back. And he's fucking taller than me, dude. So now I have that. It's like, I don't know, the glass is shattered. Now I'm like, oh, I'm fucking like, I'm a short guy.
Yeah. Hate to break it to you.
Sorry, man. You got personality.
Fuck. Dude, it's been a tough month. Yeah. I think that's why I'm fucking ugly chicks. I think I'm on the inside not feeling that great about myself. So I want to fuck somebody who I'm hotter than. Because, sex isn't about sex. It's about power. Shout out, Chris, Kevin Spacey. Anyway, next team. See, we always bring it back. We're going to always, come on.
No doubt.
Because whenever, I know it's time to bring it back whenever Jake's eyes start to gloss over.
I was just not sure that Kevin Spacey was the dude you want to be quoting right there.
I mean, hey, man, comeback player of the year 2021.
Right.
Kevin Spacey. I mean, I thought it was gonna be Harvey Weinstein, but I think he's probably done.
Yeah.
But I do think Kevin Spacey's got a shot. He's one great role away from us being like, you know what?
He's one Vimeo roll away from being back in national broadcast.
Well, yeah, it's like the Michael Jackson thing. Like that documentary came out, and then his estate was like, "Do you want to see him play live in France?" And we were like, ugh. And they released an 1.5-hour concert, and it was the best concert I've ever seen. And everyone just forgot that he fucked a couple kids.
Crazy.
Kevin Spacey, couple. All right, let's get back into this. All right, so hold on. Who's the, before we go over to recap, or we should probably just recap the AFC then. Yeah.
Okay. Did we finish the NFC?
Did we finish the NFC?
The Packers
Hawks lost. Packers in a bye.
No, Packers Rams. You're doing last week's games. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're quick recap of everything, and then we'll go into predictions for the
recap. Got it.
We did the NFC, yeah.
NFC, and then AFC. Actually, a couple, like the Cleveland game was weird, but it was almost a game still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the flukiest game I've ever seen.
It was a 13-point game with 12 minutes to go. So it wasn't like it was like Pittsburgh couldn't have.
No, they ran out of time, right? Like Pittsburgh was going to come back and win that game.
Yeah, they were chipping away at it, but part of that's probably the way the Browns were playing them at that point too, because they just had such a massive fucking lead.
Yeah, exactly. The Browns were just playing not to lose. Like once they got to halftime, where they were not going to lose, And the Steelers, like I think they just ran out of time. They could have came back and beat them.
Are we a Baker believer?
No.
I don't know, man. I like him. I like him. I think he's an awesome teammate. Like I think that locker room loves him. Like I think that city fucking loves him.
Believer in what sense of the word?
is he getting an extension? Is he a guy? Is he do they treat him the way that Detroit treated Stafford, the way Atlanta treated Matt Ryan, where he's like, you're going to be here for 12 years?
He's going to get a second contract for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying.
After that, who knows?
Yeah, he'll get a second contract. He'll get paid, but will it be worth it? I don't know.
Is he a number one pick guy? I mean,
probably not.
Yeah. Him or Kyler?
Kyler, for sure.
I mean,
Kyler's some truly freaky stuff out there.
He does, but like he hasn't done anything. Baker's. I mean, Kyler's been in the league. This is Kyler's second year. This is Baker's third year.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if they get another one, if they get an upset, which would be amazing. I don't think they will, but if they did, I mean, I know Kyler's is exciting, but like, if I get some consistency out of Baker, I might lean Baker over Kyler. I know not popular, but
yeah, Baker's like Russ though. I think Baker needs guys around him. Like Baker's like short, quick passes, play action game, like marry that up with the run game and stuff. Like Baker's not going to put a team on his back and carry him to a championship.
I think we're seeing the best version of him right now. Like I think that's a perfect fit for his that system he's running is what he needs to be in. Even
the head coach, like play calling and stuff like that, where it's working out really well for him. I think he looks really good. But I don't think he'll ever be a top 5 quarterback.
His ceiling is just limited, I think.
Yep, absolutely.
Baker said something interesting about OBJ. This is like probably like 2 weeks after he got hurt, and then their offense started picking up. Yeah. And Baker was like, we didn't have an off season. Sure. Like we have a new guy. We didn't learn the offense. We didn't get reps in this offense, in these concepts. So we were learning that on the fly. So by saying, like, trying to make the narrative, we're better without Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, that's just not true. And you're seeing like the kind of production that Juice Landry's been having lately. And I feel like, dude, if it's the other way around, like say Landry gets hurt and OBJ is the one in this offense right now, I would almost like Cleveland in the next round.
Sure.
Because I think that like just because the running game for me is everything in the postseason. And I don't think anybody's got a better running game than Cleveland. And I didn't realize that Cleveland has, of their 5 offensive line, 3 of them are the number 1 ranked guy at their position.
I saw that, the whole like right side, like
center. The best guards, the best center, and then the best right tackle, I think. And then a really good rookie left tackle.
Yeah.
But then they had that left guard who was like
3 dudes in the game though. They lost like 2 of their own went down. 3 of them went down.
Yep.
They were saying the dude, the left guard was like a practice squad guy that doesn't even know the offense.
That's the fucking dream, baby.
That's the dream. That would be so brutal. Could you imagine? You got to go in there, Big Jake, and you're sitting there. It's like for Cleveland, who hasn't won a playoff game in 30 years.
Right.
Just
don't fuck forever if you fuck it up.
Just don't fuck it up, dude.
Well, they said Baker like introduced himself like pregame.
Right.
That was the introduction pregame.
Well, because they had all those like COVID cases, right? So he probably just got signed because all their other backups were probably on reserve or some shit.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So Cleveland, Pittsburgh. I don't know what happens with Pittsburgh now because I feel like their skill guys are fucking filthy.
Yeah, it's a good team. Good coach, I think.
I love Claypool. Yeah, the Tomlin thing's interesting because you look at all those guys he was having to handle all the time, like the Triple Bs when they were all there. When Antonio Brown was like Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell was the best back in the league, and Ben Roethlisberger was fucking girls in the bathroom stall. It was like he was still getting everybody to buy in.
Yep.
It's like Mike Tomlin might be the most underappreciated coach in the league.
Mike Tomlin. He's the man, truly.
He's got those crazy eyes, too.
Yes, those gay eyes.
As far as like leadership at like head coach position, he's got to be probably the best in the league, I think.
What are his?
As far as like getting guys to buy in like that, like I think he's right there.
What's some shit he would say? Like you don't gotta go verbatim, but what's like some? How would he paint? I feel like coaches. How do you paint the narrative to get everybody to buy into what you're saying?
Man, the thing he does better than probably anybody is that I've been around is like his team meetings every day. He puts everything out on the table in front of everybody every day. Like the last game went shitty. In the team meeting room, he's telling the people that played shitty that they played shitty, basically. Like he's pulling up the film and letting them know that like that wasn't good enough. basically. And then on top of that, he's just an outstanding motivator. I don't know. He's got so many different fucking like this phrases and shit that are like just like football guy sayings. That he speaks in nothing but sound bites. It's fucking incredible.
Give me one. What's one that stuck with you? Come on.
Eyes wide shut. I feel like he's used that a couple times.
One of my favorite Mike Tomlinisms is all the time he'll just be saying, "I'd rather say whoa than sick 'em."
What?
I get
or
it.
like,
hey, easy. Take it
you
easy.
would just look at me every day out of practice. You'd be like, "Jake, don't take it today." Fucking, basically saying, "Don't be somebody's bitch. Like, be out there fucking delivering shit."
You said, "Don't take it."
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Hey, Raj, don't take it today.
Is he a good game day coach though? Like my thing with Pete is he's like Monday through Saturday he's the best coach in the NFL, but on Sunday he's terrible. Like Tomlin seems like he's a great motivator. He's a great like off-field coach. Is he a good on-field coach? Timeouts, challenges, fourth down stuff.
I think he doesn't do things by the book.
Yeah.
What always struck me is how much he would just go off of just a fucking gut feeling on something.
Sure.
Like trying to get like a pulse on his team. Like if he thinks they like need a spark or something, he'll go for it somewhere he shouldn't, or something like that. Like he'll just do stuff just because he wants to, because he believes like it's the right decision, even if statistically or whatever it's not.
Yep. Yeah. There's something for gut feelings, I think. Absolutely.
He'll go for two at a random time for no apparent reason, shit like that.
Yep.
I think he's the kind of guy, the coach that has this clout because he's won rings, but then he's stayed relevant. Like he stayed, like maybe you're not always scared of Pittsburgh all year, but you're like, fuck, I don't know if I want to fucking see Tomlin in the playoffs.
You gotta respect him. Never had a losing season.
That's one of the best like franchises in all of sports is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
They're incredibly well ran.
What were they, 11-0 this year to start the year?
Yeah,
that was weird.
And it was the least scary undefeated team we've ever seen.
That was false positive.
It's like, wait, hold on, what's happening? Big Ben's doing what? But they have no run game. Like James Conner's fucking washed. I don't know what his deal is, but like they couldn't run the ball to save their life.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, all right, now Big Ben, let's bail us out every week. It's like, well, I don't know if he has that in him anymore. Yeah. It's like the Chargers last year. Like it was every game was close. Hey Phillip, you got 30 seconds to get 80 yards.
Yep.
Can you do it?
Yep.
And it was like, probably not. All right, well, we're gonna suck then.
Yeah.
Who was the other game? Baltimore, Tennessee.
Yep.
Are we Lamar Jackson guys?
He's one of the tougher ones in the league, I think.
The question mark for him is consistency. It's like his peak is so high, but can you depend on it?
And I think he's 24, man. Like you got to give him a little bit of time.
Right, that'll come with time. Yeah.
It was just so, stereotypical. This are the things that happens to guys that have his skill set. Can't throw, but he can make great plays on the ground. Sure. And he had that duck pick that he threw. That was just 10 yards inside. Like truly one of the worst picks that we saw the whole weekend.
Yeah, he makes some throws sometimes where you really like scratch your head.
Yep.
And he almost had another one. I don't know if you saw the one where he threw a flare screen out to Hollywood Brown and he fucking just gunned it at him. And they were throwing a swing pass a lateral swing pass on their own 11. And it was too hot. And Hollywood Brown caught it, like pinned it on his head.
Oh, I did see that.
Right here. And if he does, yeah.
Yep.
And if he doesn't, that's kind of the whole game is now. You throw that thing back in the back of the end zone at that point in the game where I think they're only up like 3 or 8 or whatever it was.
Sure.
But then he has that play where you're like, oh, I don't know if anybody in the world could have made that run.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, this is the kind of guy that we have with this guy.
Yep.
He can do this, but then there'll be some times we're gonna give you this, and that's why I don't think they're gonna win a Super Bowl.
He's a ride or die guy. He's gonna shoot you out of some. He's gonna shoot you into some. It's just you gotta just ride or die with that.
The one thing I like is like the Ravens really don't give a fuck up. Like they know what he is. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't expect him to be that guy or be something he's not, and that's
trust. Dude, you got trust.
Trust, big trust.
It's all about how the games go early for them. You know what I mean? They just can't play from behind.
And they built that team around him. Like that team is built to make
right.
him succeed. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
They have these. Go.
I was just gonna say Derrick Henry going 18 for 40. Like you're not gonna win any ball games with Derrick Henry going 18 for 40. That's tough. Good job by the Ravens, but Tennessee ride or dies with Tractorcito, and that's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with Tennessee losing. I'm not a big Vrabel guy. I don't like Vrabel for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what it. I should like him, but he feels like it's like, oh, I don't know. The only thing I like about Vrabel is I know that at any point he could walk across the field and he strangled the other coach to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only part I'm like, all right, well, that's cool. You could do that, but I don't think it's gonna help you on Sunday.
Line up on 3rd and short if we need him.
Yeah, put him in the game.
You fucking would.
All right. So then who plays who? Let's go back to the NFC. So the Packers play Josh Tillman. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way the Rams do it again.
Aaron Rodgers versus Jared Goff, right?
Yeah, that's probably what it comes down to.
We said the same thing though about
Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
Sure did. The difference to me is the Packers O-line is light years better than the Seahawks O-line. They're one of the better groups in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Isn't Bakhtiari out for the year?
Bakhtiari is out, which is a problem. But luckily, Aaron Donald plays mostly inside.
And Aaron Donald's banged up too.
Yep.
They said he's got like a couple broken ribs or something, or hurt his knee or something.
I'm
the worst when it comes to like an injury. Like Big Jake and I were talking the other day about like Mike Evans being hurt. And I'm like, yeah, he like broke his hand. Jake's like, nah, it's his knee. I'm like, nah, I'm pretty sure it's his hand. And I looked it up. It's like, yeah, sprained his knee. I'm just like, yeah, it's his hand, right? He got a rib. It was his Jared Goff's dick hurts. What's wrong with him? He's good, right? Everybody knows he's fine.
On top of that, though, I think the Packers defense is also better. They got some pass rushers. They got a couple good DBs and stuff. Like they're not as suspect as the Seahawks are for me.
Yep. And I think the Packers, like they'll get it out quick. Like how often do you see like Russell Wilson take like 7-step drops and just getting fucking demolished in the pocket? Like I think Packers will get it out quick, make short passes. They got receivers. They got a good offensive line.
Yeah, they got a running game too.
Exactly. Yeah. They got backs. Yep.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is, I mean, like, it's kind of what you wanted to see when they drafted a quarterback who's not even active this year. It's like they draft this guy and it's like, that's such the narrative of like a fucking franchise. You're like, hey, look, we just want to motivate our guy. It's like, no, dude, you were fucking over him. And you took the best guy on the board at quarterback, and now he's having a great season in spite of you.
Yeah, they're playing the result.
Yeah, they're like, okay, revisionist history says that, I mean, Gaggy, we didn't think you got to do to win. We got to get a fighter under his ass, get him going.
Sure.
And Aaron Rodgers is like, he kind of has that Tom Brady argument against his franchise. Like, hey, where are my guys? Can you get me guys? I'm winning with fucking some guy named Devlin. You know, like, can you give me some help?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you see these dudes, like these receivers, you're like, Valdez, who? And then you got Equinemius Saint
Lazard.
Okay, yeah. Alan Lazard, yeah.
Is it Lizard? No, there's an A at the beginning. Oh, okay.
Bobby Tonyan.
Yeah. Tonyan, who's having this insane year.
Yeah, he looks good.
I had a chance to pick him up at the beginning of the year and I didn't. It would have cost me.
Right.
Bitch.
Can't even talk about fantasy with you guys. Both of you guys fucking suck. Fuck you. Both of you guys had hot years. I got in the playoffs with 4 wins.
You did the same thing last year. I don't know how you pulled it off.
I get hot late.
You just draft like these guys that are horrible in the early part of the season and just get hot rookies, I guess.
What fucks me over though is that I didn't want to go back and look at it because I knew that if I had started Jalen Hurts, I would have lost by 5 to Boyce in the semis. And I deleted my app and I didn't want to go back and look to see. I know I had at least 7 points on my bench somewhere else.
Yeah, that's
like a receiver who had who had 9 instead of 3. I just know it was right there.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't have mattered. I mean, Jake still you have the worst fuck up in recent memory.
The worst.
The worst.
I'm still so hurt about it.
What was it again?
So I started Cam Akers against the Jets. Picked him up off waivers and started him over David Johnson against the Bears.
Oh no!
And the Jets just absolutely fucking gobsmacked the Rams, right? Yeah. And then David Johnson goes off for like 12, and I lose by half a point.
See, you did the right thing there, though. You can't get mad at that. There was no scenario where you would have started David Johnson against the Bears over Cam Akers. Like that's just nuts. I don't know.
I did the same thing last year in the finals against Scott. I didn't start Ronald Jones, but they were they had he hadn't been playing that well, and he was like banged up, like a hammy issues day to day. And so I took a flyer on, like Duke Johnson or someone like that last year in the playoffs, and Ronald Jones had 20 points and I lost by 4. But then I avenged it. Then I lost to Scott. I beat Scott this year. So, you know what? Big upset. But I mean, Boyce won. So it's not like he won't ever say anything.
That's a lie. He's going to bring it up the next time you see him, I promise.
Yeah, but I see him once a year.
That's true.
So I'm not sweating it that hard.
That's a good point. Don't let me win that shit. You'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah. Do you want to wait and do a life recap at the end?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
All right. We'll put that at the end then.
Oh.
So who do we have still? So now we're going on to the divisional rounds. Green Bay, LA. I got Green Bay. I imagine you got Green Bay as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do. Part of me wants to take the Rams because I think it'll be closer than most people think.
I mean, the defense is the equalizer. I feel dumb for writing off the Rams because whenever a team has like a high profile couple guys, like we have 2 of the best guys at their position in the league, and Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, and I was like, yeah, but I mean, it's only as good as everybody else. And then everybody else is playing up at their level. And you forget, like, when you have a corner who can cut the field literally in half.
Yeah.
And Jalen Ramsey had the whole thing, I kind of love the Jalen Ramsey Golden Tate saga.
If Goff would have been healthy, I probably would have taken the Rams, but it was really just that John Wofford thing was like, I couldn't take John Wofford.
Yeah, it's tough. Josh, what you got?
For the Green Bay game?
Yeah.
Probably Green Bay 28-17, Green Bay.
Ooh, with the numbers. All right.
Yeah. Hey, the only guy here doing prep. I had anal last night. So guys, prep, man. I just fucking, you know what? For a long time, I kind of wrote off anal. I was like, you know what? I think it's kind of thing you do when you're a kid. I did it when I was 16. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm good.
Yeah.
And then all these women in Texas are like, if you don't eat my ass, I'm going to eat yours.
You just go straight to butt play, or you start out with some vaginal intercourse, or
usually what we do is we spar a little bit.
Sure. These Texas women are aggressive.
And I throw a couple that way, and then if they clock me, they fuck my ass. If I fucking ring their bell,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a democracy out here, okay? Yeah. I mean, we are the Lone Star State here. I'm very much. By the way, dude, I'm about to get the second I get my license changed, which is going to be soon, to a Texas license. You better believe I'm getting a gun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Getting myself a long rifle.
My boy Dean had him on the podcast. He's a fucking Texas. He's the most Texas guy you've ever met. Mullet. He's wearing a fucking Santa Claus Hawaiian shirt last night with Crocs and shorts. It was 50 degrees out. The guy is the most Texas guy ever. He came over and did the pod. This is like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And he walks in and he has like the baggy fucking, Santa Claus shirt. And he pulls out this little pistol and it's like this big. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, man, you never know. These liberals out here trying to take our shit.
This is the gun I used as a hooker.
And as a prostitute. Watched that last night. Great movie.
That's right.
But yeah, I had a lot of anal. You should smell my dick. It's disgusting. I can't smell those still. Which I will say this. It is not having smell has done wonders for me fucking, because the only thing that's ever going to take me out of fucking is if she breaks character. You never break character when you have sex. You only have your sex voice, and you only use your sex voice for sex. Can we agree with that? We don't use it for anything else.
Yeah.
You don't order food like that. Like, yeah, can I get a number 2? No, you use it just for that. So if she breaks and goes, oh, you're doing that? I'm out. Also, if it smells a little dirty, you know, man, down there. That'll take me out, dude. You know, if it smells like a yeah, if it smells like a fucking alley, I'm like, ugh. God. Yeah, I mean, I'll finish. But I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna write about it and be like, dude, she was great. It's like that puss. Shut that stank puss. Anyway, we're having fun. Clip it. The only difference between me doing a solo podcast and doing a podcast with you guys is nothing. There's still no one else there. I'm just shouting in the wind.
Stream consciousness.
Anyway, who's the other NFC game is the Saints and Tampa Bay.
We kind of already talked about that.
Covered that. Do we make picks though?
No, I didn't. I think that's the toughest game to predict.
Yeah, Jake, what'd you say?
I'm going Saints.
Oh, that's right. You're riding the Saints all the way.
Riding the Saints.
You're a cuck. Dude, Katrina was forever ago. They're fine. Come on.
No, you know I'm a line allegiant guy. I picked the best O-line.
God, it's so annoying to fucking talk sports with you. Yeah, front seven. Yeah, shut up. Talk about receivers. That's all we care.
We gotta, you know, depth of knowledge. We gotta hit both topics. You cover one area, I cover the other.
You know what, dude? You're making a lot of sense today, and I don't like how locked in you are. It's a little bit upsetting. I mean, you're not like Josh locked in with fucking.
Right, I'm barely locked in compared to that.
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I think this offense is peaking. I think everyone's getting involved. I think the fact that Antonio Brown is, because Jake, you made that great point last time about he's really only like 7 weeks into this. It's halfway through his season.
Yeah.
No one's more fresh than him. Tom is fucking getting a vibe for everybody. Mike Evans said yesterday, he's like, yeah, I'm good. Like that last game, I was not feeling great, but he'll be back great. You know, who's the other tight end that's been getting a lot of love lately?
Cameron Brate.
Yeah, he's been playing well. And now Tom kind of has what he's always dreamed he has. He's got 2 possession tight ends, a running game with 2 different change of pace backs, or a downhill guy, then a guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield. And then he's got these 3-headed monster at receiver. It's like, to me, it's almost a disappointment if they don't make the Super Bowl. I think that's Super Bowl or bust for this Tampa Bay team. Even though they're the 5 seed, they fucked around a little bit. It's kind of like when those Miami team or Cleveland teams with LeBron, when they were like the 3 seed or 4 seed one year, because they kind of coasted. And then they knew that no one could beat them in the playoffs. It's like, you better win it or it's a bust of a year. I think that is the same thing for Tampa Bay. If they don't win the Super Bowl, I think it's a bust. I think that's all that, or it's like, okay, what'd you guys do? You're like the exciting. Remember that Philly team, like the all-star team with Mike Vick?
Yep.
And they had signed all these free agents. Yeah, they're supposed to be the best team. They had LaShawn McCoy. They were like, these are the best team we've ever seen. And they like went 500 or whatever it was. I think this Tampa Bay team, win or bust. All right, I got Tampa Bay. Josh, who you got?
I think you're right. Just based off of Tom's age, right? That it's kind of win or bust. Like there's no really future with Tom. I think he's only gonna be there for 1 or 2 years, and like definitely Super Bowl is the goal. But I don't know. I think this is the hardest game to predict. Like New Orleans has already beat him twice. I think there's something to say for that. But I'll probably take the Saints. I think the Saints are probably better top to bottom. I'm not really sold on the Taysom Hill, Drew Brees thing. Like that doesn't scare me whatsoever. But I mean,
you're taking the Bucs or taking the Saints?
I'm taking the Saints, but I'm not very confident in the pick. I think this is.
Blair kind of talked me out of my pick too a little bit.
I think this will be the closest game of the weekend. I think this would be the toughest game to kind of predict. I think it'll come down probably to the 4th quarter. But I'll take. I don't know. I hate Tom. I hate AB. I don't love Arians. I'll take Sean Payton and Drew Brees.
What a weird guy to not like in Bruce Arians. That's like me not liking Vrabel. I have no reason to not like him.
Divisional coach. He was divisional coach. Everything I see is through like the lens of a Seahawks fan.
That's true. Okay, you're right. You ready? I got a conspiracy for you guys for the Saints conspiracy. So the Taysom Hill experiment, all calculated. They knew he could do some things that'll help them win some games, but he was never going to come in there and ball out. And then anybody would say, hey, maybe we should go with Taysom instead of Breeze, even when Breeze comes back. If they had played Jameis Winston, I think Jameis plays at a high level, and then you have a mini quarterback controversy, and that the way Drew would be playing, and you could, I mean, could you imagine if you're like, hey, we're going to go with Jameis over Drew Brees in the playoffs at any point in either of their career? I honestly think that they would have a better chance of winning. Assuming Jameis had came in there instead of Taysom and played, he would have played better. He's a better quarterback than Taysom Hill is. He would have put up better numbers. They would have won the same amount of games. But I think that fresh guy, that defense, that offense, I think that it was a calculated effort not playing Jameis, just so we're not sitting here at the end of the year like, who's our guy in New Orleans?
I mean, maybe he's the quarterback going forward is Jameis. You know, maybe that's kind of the long-term plan.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and I think Drew kind of made it clear this is his last year. You know, I think I think he's got a fat contract for some booth waiting for him. So I think this is definitely his last year. I think Sean Payton's just gonna ride or die with him.
I'm so over these fucking quarterback analysts. They're all fucking. Romo's the only one, but even Romo, all he's doing is just like protecting his boys.
Yeah, for sure. They stand up for the quarterbacks. Yeah, they don't talk to each other.
Yeah, depends on who you are. I feel like with Romo, because he fucking shredded Trubisky a little bit.
Yeah. And honestly, Aikman kind of shredded Goff last weekend a little bit too.
Aikman doesn't like Goff. Like I don't think he likes him as a. I bet they met one time. I bet one of them was an asshole to the other one.
Sure.
It just seems like Aikman is like, fuck this. That's the only part about Aikman I do enjoy is when he tracks with somebody. Because for the most part, he's kind of a fucking dud to listen to.
Yeah, I don't like Troy Aikman that much.
I'm not. We talked about this last time. I'm out on Troy Aikman. I've been for a while.
I like Joe Buck though.
Joe Buck's good. Whole hair plugs himself.
Yeah, that's right.
Aikman's got fucking booze face.
Yeah, that's for sure.
He's got chiseled booze. Like he's got the guy where he's still like, what is he, 6'4"? He's a big guy. Probably. So when you're a big guy, because most, I think, boost face happens with smaller guys. It's just easier to cover, smaller. When you're a big dude and you somehow hang on to booze face, oh, you must be. He's drinking like good bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, that dark shit. Oh, I can't wait to be an old piece of shit and just. Josh, I was telling this to Jake, and because you don't really drink that much, but
nope.
You're such a pussy. Well, you're also alone, so it makes sense. It'd be sad if you drank all the time.
That's right.
So I was telling Jake, it's like I think that, you know, you have that portion of life where you have kids, you get married, and you just don't drink. You have a job, you have a career, you're doing this thing. You drink so much less, almost non-existent. And then you have that back 9, more like the back 3 of your life. And those guys just are on the golf course, and they're like, they're drinking just a little bit every day.
Sure.
I just can't wait to get in the pocket and be like, you know what? It's going to be a bourbon for me at noon today.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I just want to put me on a golf course, dude. Give me like all the same clubs I have today. They'll all be broken. And I just want to go up there and just fucking take hacks, dude. Yep. And just stumble home, hit my wife. She'll be dead. She won't be there. Whoa, wait, hey.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on, wait. I'm having to beat up my dead wife. Hey, are you okay? He hasn't moved in like 6 years. Anyway, all right, let's go to AFC. See, smooth transitions only here.
Aimless.
Segue.
Who we have on the other side? So we have
Baltimore Buffalo.
Oh, that might be the game of the weekend.
Best matchup of the weekend. Yep. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. That's the best matchup. Love it.
That's gonna be a good one. I don't even know what to pick.
I like both coaches, both defense, both special teams. I mean, both those teams are deep as hell. It's gonna be a great game.
Josh Allen. What did you say?
Does somebody else go on this? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna pick.
Man, I'm saying, dude, I think this Josh Allen thing, it kind of feels like he's the only guy who would go toe to toe with Mahomes and put it on the line.
Sure.
Because if we're going to talk about quarterback, who you got? Let's just break it down. It's like, all right, I'm taking Aaron Rodgers over. I'm taking Jared Goff. I'm going to. You know, the Drew Brees thing. It's like, yeah, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. They're both kind of in that same, like, it's kind of a toss up. And then Patrick Mahomes against anybody. It's like, I mean, there's like not a lot of guys, but this Buffalo team is so hot right now.
Yeah.
And Allen has all kinds of confidence.
Yep.
And he's healthy. He's strong. He's got a feel for the offense. Stephon Diggs is arguably the best receiver in the game right now.
Yep, absolutely.
It's like, I have Buffalo for sure. I mean, I don't believe, I think we see a big step back in Lamar Jackson. I don't think he plays very well in this game, but I do think we're going to see something wild out of Josh Allen in the rest of the postseason. I don't know if they beat Kansas City, but I feel like we're going to see him do some stuff where it's like, ooh, is he a top 5 guy? I mean, he has to do something in the postseason to get up into that echelon, but man, he's freaky. He's freaky.
Yeah, he flashes as much as anybody with the arm strength and the speed. Like that game against the Colts, like him and Darius Leonard, the Colts middle linebacker, like fucking met each other at like the first down, and it was like a collision. Like Josh Allen's he's a big dude.
Is Josh Allen just Cam Newton?
I don't know. I think he's better arm talent.
I mean,
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, now we could say that now, but like, look at Cam. Remember Cam Newton 4 years in, and we were like, this guy we've never seen anybody built like him doing what he's doing. And now we're like, all right, well, Josh Allen, look, it's like Cam Newton already did this stuff, and we saw how his body broke down, how he wasn't able to sustain. Yeah, he was playing in Carolina. Those are some bad teams. His Buffalo teams, like, they're way more put together, top to bottom. Like, they're built to win. Defense, special teams, everything's looking good. Yep. Just like, I don't know. I forget who it was. I think it was somebody had this take. It's like, who would you want for the next 5 years? From right now, 5 years from now, who would you want more, Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen? And one of the arguments was, Patrick Mahomes is a little bit smaller. He gets hit once. Maybe he can't. That was your. I mean, it's all just
an argument. Come on,
you fucking lying to yourself. Yeah, right.
I mean, the arm talent's kind of the same. Arm strength the same. I mean, Mahomes more accurate. But then this Kansas City thing is weird because I feel like they're kind of like coasting. As Buffalo is doing this, Kansas City's doing this.
Right, but they coasted to 14-2.
Yeah, we haven't seen Kansas City. They sat everybody on week 17, and they had a bye last week. I mean, we haven't seen Kansas City in weeks. I think we just forgot about how fucking good they are. I think they're going to come out and fucking score 60 points. That's not
better off a bye than fucking Andy Reid either.
Yep.
Yeah, Andy. It's kind of cool how Andy Reid went from a guy who's like, I don't know, I mean, he's great. He's great talent, but he just can't win. And now they're like, is he the best coach in the last 20 years? It's like,
remember, like, playoff Andy Reid? Like, his nickname was playoff Andy Reid because he just made like these terrible coaching decisions, like in crunch time and stuff. And now he's like the best coach in the NFL.
I know we're kind of we'll go back to picks in a second, but is anybody on this Kansas City team, like, are they likable? Because I feel like I look at Kansas City, I'm like, everyone loves Patrick Mahomes. If you're a light-skinned guy who's kind of cute and if you have a white girlfriend, America's going to love you.
Yeah.
We got 4 dogs. I talk funny. Mom's white. It's like, we get it.
Sound like Kermit.
Yeah. What'd you say, Jake?
Sound like Kermit.
He does.
I think they're approaching obnoxiousness. No, I think they're approaching being unbearable. Like, I still like them. I think Andy Reid's likable. Patrick is likable, but I think they're getting close because I don't know. I don't see anybody stopping them in the next couple of years. Like, who's getting in their way? I think they're going to be obnoxious here in the next year or two. We're gonna get sick of them.
I feel like I'm sick of it's the telecast. What fucks me up because everything Patrick Mahomes does. Oh God, this guy is making these reads that no one should make it. It's like, yeah, he's great, but can we like fucking talk about something fucking else? Like, I get it, but like it's almost like when it's like the Steph thing.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, every white kid was like, Steph's amazing. Oh my God. And his name's Steph. It's like, yeah, okay, we fucking, all right. And now we get tired of it. It's annoying. We get you're good. Okay, cool. Now it's like everyone just wants to see you lose.
Yeah.
And I think that you're right. They might be trending into that villain territory.
Yeah, they're making it fair. Yep.
I don't know, Jake, are you a Kansas City guy?
They're the best team that's left for sure.
But by far though, like I think I think the AFC title game will be decided, but only if it's Buffalo and Kansas City.
Those are the two best teams in the league, right?
Right. I think those are two best teams in the league. That's 1 and 2.
Yep.
But Baltimore could beat Buffalo. So if Baltimore wins, I think that they get blown out of the water by Kansas City. That won't even be close.
Yeah.
But I kind of think Green Bay might sleepy come out of the NFC. But I think I'm gonna still stick with Tampa Bay because I think that I don't think if it's Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, I think Tampa Bay doesn't.
No, they would get annihilated by the Chiefs. That's a matchup nightmare for them.
Nightmare.
We already saw it. That's the game where Tyreek Hill had like 250 yards in like the first quarter, right? Like we've seen that matchup.
Yeah, we'll get into that. We can go into Super Bowls in a second. So picks. So who you have? Buffalo, Baltimore.
I got Buff for sure. I got
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Hold on. Score.
31-27.
There it is. Jake, what do you
We'll
got?
go Baltimore just to be interesting, then, just to play devil's advocate. Let's go with like a
Baltimore
21-17 final.
And you're taking Buffalo?
24-21.
Baltimore.
Just for funsies, because you're both going to go Buffalo.
I'm going to go Buffalo, but I do think it'll be fun to watch if Lamar Jackson kind of plays out of his mind, because that's the only way that the game is going to be close.
It's really going to be all about the game script, as my guy Josh likes to point out. If Baltimore can play with a lead, they got a shot. If the Bills are hot early, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Hopefully weather comes into play. This is Buffalo in January. Hopefully there's 8 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson just dice people up in the snow. That'd be a blast.
Yeah, Lamar. I mean, he's so fun to watch. The chest tattoo really kills it for me.
Yeah, that's not great. And it's colored too, and it's just big, and it's like he like filled it in with just like black ink, and it's just big and black.
It's just feathers.
Big
Oh, you got bird feathers on your chest?
Yeah. And
what's on your chest? Oh, I got this fake word.
Yeah.
And then I got bird feathers.
It's not even a real word. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. Plus, I don't know, man. I gotta stop watching these guys do interviews post game because they're all clearly have media training, but then they're still cunts.
Yeah.
That still hate. They remember every time any nobody reporter called him a running back.
Right.
It's like, and like they asked him at the game, he's like, "What'd you think about, I'd be pissed, but they were talking all this," and he's like, "No, I didn't hear that. I don't even hear any of that stuff. It's just all I care about is just, I not hearing what the people that I don't want to hear say stuff that I don't like to hear." Okay, dude. All right. Fucking. I wish people would just say, "I don't fucking like them. Fuck you."
Guys are polished, man. Guys are polished nowadays.
It's just easier. It's just less of a hassle, because then you're answering questions the rest of the week about it after that, after you say something like that. You know what I'm saying? Guys just want to fucking get their media shit over with.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like the idea of like bulletin board material is so like when Chase Young said, "I want Tom Brady." Yeah, have him. He has to say that. Why are we?
Yeah, right. Isn't that surprising?
Of course, the defensive end is going to call the quarterback because that's who he's playing against.
Right.
Yep.
Who do you want? I want the cheerleaders. I'm coming for their fucking necks. No, you're not, dude. The media is just fucking.
There's some coaches that are big on that stuff though. Like I know John Harbaugh is fucking huge on it. He'll fucking he'll text guys like the whole team like quotes that the other players have said
really
the week leading up and shit. Keep fucking on them about I don't know, keep him motivated, I guess.
So he seeks out negative publicity.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Yeah, to try to feed back to his team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, motivation.
That's so fucking stupid.
I mean, some guys buy into that shit though. Some guys fuel themselves that way where they're like, "They're fucking sleeping on me, bro." Shit like that.
Yep.
I mean, I get that. Everyone's got to be the underdog of their own story.
Right.
But it's like when there's a UFC fight and they're building up and they're just they're talking all this shit to each other. It's like Conor McGregor, he makes his entire career off of just talking shit to guys and getting them out of their head.
Yep.
And it's like, at what point do we not just say, "Oh, he's just saying that to get me riled up out of my game"? You know,
Right.
or even like it's like if someone brought me a clipping of someone said about me, you know, back in the day, it's like, oh, fucking, he said my dad's fat.
Yep.
I want to win this game more now. Got to protect Ed's honor.
Yep.
It's fucking what? You fucking, I don't know. Maybe I'm an asshole.
Hey, but if it helps, use it. If it helps, take it.
Yeah, I don't think it helps necessarily on Sunday, but I think it helps maybe Monday to Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? When you put it like that, you fucking
That's heavy.
queer. That's so annoying.
I'm saying, man.
Clip it.
Little edges.
That makes sense. No, I get that. Yeah, because I feel like it's got to be hard to stay locked in every day of the week for months and months of the season. I mean, it was hard enough back in college trying to stay locked in, and that's that's me knowing I'm not going to play. I'm like, I gotta know how they're going to play the cover too. Oh yeah, well I'm 8th guy, so I think I'm just going to have beers with Josh. Yeah, shut up. I'm gonna go try and fuck one of the Hedberg sisters. You just want to come over? We're having people over tonight. We're having people over.
We're the Hedberg sisters.
Josh.
I don't know that name.
Yeah, you do.
I think I do.
Yeah, you do.
Josh.
I got an idea.
Can you get there? It sounded funny because like it's kind of the only people you can say like the last name, because the first name is just so telling. You know what you're talking about.
Right.
It's like, yeah, Caitlin. It's like, oh no, your name's what? Yeah, no, we know one of those. One of one, but for horse. Come on, Jake.
Sorry, I was spacing on that one.
It's just fucking so annoying.
I was trying to think if there's any matchups we missed yet.
Cleveland, Kansas City.
Yeah, okay. That's gonna be a bloodbath, obviously.
How about this? I got Patrick Mahomes being one Super Bowl victory away from being the greatest of all time. Already the greatest of all time. What do you guys think?
No.
One Super Bowl. How about one non-pandemic Super Bowl away from being the greatest of all time?
Well, if he gets 3.
Is he already the greatest of all time?
Now I'm listening. But this will only be 2, right?
This would be a second.
Yeah. And it's got the pandemic asterisk.
Okay, so how about one non-pandemic Super Bowl? And then is he the greatest of all time?
Well, are we talking
compared to who? Are you comparing to who?
To 2?
To Tom, I guess. To Tom. Who else would be Tom? Peyton?
It's just Tom. It's just got to be Tom for at least till he gets to,
But we can't go. But no, because like no,
I don't
we have
like
to.
Tom.
Because look, here's the thing: is whenever an argument becomes about this thing, something binary like number of rings, then everyone who doesn't like the person with that number of rings goes, well, we have to have a more nuanced conversation about it.
Sure.
It's like it's the LeBron thing. LeBron's never going to get 6 rings. He might get 5. He might get 5.
I would entertain it if he gets to 4 and he puts up, if he's first all time and everything else. Super Bowls aren't the all time determining factor of greatness.
That's what I'm saying. It becomes nuanced, right? It's a Jerry Rice thing. It's like Jerry Rice led every statistical category, most this, most that, most this, and he had rings to go with it. It's like Tom is going to end up with all these insane career marks, longevity wise. He has the 6 rings. He has going to what, 9, 8? How many Super Bowls about to do? 9 Super Bowls?
6 and 3.
6 and 9. Yeah, then a 9, right?
Lost to the Giants twice, so 6 and 2, 8.
And then then lost to the Eagles.
Oh, he lost the Eagles. You're right.
Yeah, so Giants lost the Eagles.
6 and 3.
So it's like, but then we have the recency bias thing, dude. It's like Patrick Mahomes. It's like people are saying stuff about Patrick Mahomes. Like look at what he's doing. It's like Matt Stafford was doing that 2 years ago. Look what he's doing. Brett Favre did that for 15 years. It's like these things, we act like no one's ever done this before, but we're just so tired of talking about Tom Brady and Drew Brees that we want the next guy to come up so bad that it's like, I mean, let's just say he's the best ever. So now we can have more of a fun conversation because it's more fun to talk about him being the best ever than it is talking about like Tom Brady.
Well,
what do you want? Do you want to fuck your wife some more? It's like, no, I don't want to fuck my wife. It's been 20 years.
Do you not agree that Patrick looks different than anything we've ever seen?
Right. Yeah. The talent discrepancy is pretty clear. Like the greatness level is like arguable, but like if you just watch the film, the talent jumps off the fucking film.
Yeah,
a little bit more than, at least more than Tom and Drew Brees, obviously.
Yep.
But we're forgetting about, I mean, Tom Brady's season where he threw like 50 touchdowns. The year they lost, the year they were undefeated.
Right. Yeah.
It's like
it's raining
that
off.
that was coming off of, that was like 3 years in a row of Tom putting up insane numbers, best player in the league, #1 draft pick in everybody's fantasy league, even back before you took quarterbacks. Like this guy was, Tom Brady was doing that, and now Patrick Mahomes is doing that. But look, dude, I remember Brett Favre at the end of Brett Favre.
Yep.
And then if you go back and look at some Brett Favre highlights and what he was doing, people were like, this is fucking, like, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. And now is this, but yeah, I mean, the decision-making is different. That accounts for how great you are. Yeah, Mahomes' decision-making is intellectually at this age. Yeah, he's fucking unbelievable.
Right.
But I just think that football is measured in two things. It's literally flash in the pan. How good were you for what? Peyton Hillis? You 1 year. or it's like, did you do it for a long time?
Right.
Ray Lewis, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. And then, because if you do it long enough, we'll forget about those years where you weren't very good.
Right. Or the early bounces or whatever it is. And
we're not going to see, it's Steph Curry. It's like he was hurt, then he was great, and then he was hurt again. Is he still as good? We have to see at least 5 more years of Mahomes to even put him in the conversation. Otherwise, I feel like we're jumping the gun, and it's disrespectful to all the guys who are above him right now. Aaron Rodgers is going to end up being top 5 all-time quarterbacks.
No doubt.
If he isn't already. Off of talent alone. Yep. And what he's able to do.
Puts up crazy fucking numbers every year.
Yeah, crazy numbers. And he's done it his whole career. And didn't play for, what was it? Was it 3 years he didn't play behind Favre?
Was it 3?
Not sure.
I'm not sure. But
I think it was a stint where he just sat there. And Mahomes did that for 1 year.
Right.
And then was playing right away. Like, you can't tell me that if Aaron Rodgers was thrown as a rookie, he couldn't have.
No, he'd been fine.
And then his numbers are even more. So we have to put all these things into kind of a box of like, well, how are we measuring Mahomes compared to how are we measuring what we measured Aaron Rodgers at for most of his career, Tom Brady or Drew Brees?
I'm going dumb sports fan. I'm saying the guy sitting at the bar watching the TV, he's saying Patrick Mahomes is the greatest of all time.
I mean, I think there's definitely, obviously.
That guy's shit-faced and he's divorced. Don't listen to him.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He's just not close yet. He's in year fucking 4.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're saying his his trajectory.
If you extrapolate that out for fucking 8 more years, then I'll listen.
That's not quite what I'm saying. I'm thinking more hot takey. I think he's one away from being already the greatest of all time.
You think it's like he's the best. It's over. We're good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Steph went on that tear. He's the best shooter of all time.
Yeah.
And people did that.
Never mind. Sorry, go.
You go.
All right. Let's say he like wins 3, goes to like 6 straight fucking like conference championships at least, AFC championships minimum every season.
Sure.
That'd be something. Like, but at year 4, he's got 1 Super Bowl, couple MVPs.
Yeah, 2. 1
it's just way too early.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, hold on. He's got how many MVPs? 1 MVP?
He's got 1 or 2. I'm not sure.
He's got 1 MVP.
Definitely 1 MVP and a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, a Super Bowl MVP. Yep.
But then, I mean, he might still win the MVP this year. I mean, it's him or Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think A-Rod's into it.
I think he should, but who knows?
I think Mahomes should win the MVP, but I think Aaron Rodgers will win it.
It's a LeBron argument, right? It's the exact same thing as LeBron.
Regular season thing. Also, it's like, but now it starts to hurt. I mean, Mahomes with Reed and those weapons, it hurts his MVP candidate every year now. It's like, look what he's doing it with. He's doing it with one of the best receiver, the best tight end, and one of the top 6 running back.
Well, the thing is, like, him and Andy Reid are kind of like, it's hard to separate those two from each other, right? They're just always going to be linked. Like, it's an amazing quarterback, it's an amazing play caller, and it's hard to separate those two just because when they're together, it's just unbelievable to watch. I think it's kind of tough to separate those guys from each other.
So hard to take you seriously. You're looking that jacked right now in the morning. Like, who wakes up looking jacked?
Got the sunshine light on me.
Sunshine light, dude. The kids' traps are popping. Oh, I hate it. Why did I wear this hoodie?
Fucking loser.
Hey, Jake, take your shirt off. Quit being a faggot.
Take it off.
Nah, I'm not trying to steal my guy's swag, man.
It's smart. All right. So, and then we're saying Cleveland house by Kansas City.
Yeah, I think with the lack of health on their own line, they don't have a fucking chance.
I think that game's going to be sneaky close. I think it'll be sneaky close. I think it'll be close for 3 quarters, and then it'll be like a 8-point game, 8 to go, and then Mahomes will just do something fucking. Baker will fuck up, and then Mahomes will do, 3 straight drives where they score, go 70 yards in 8 plays, and they score, and then all of a sudden the final score is like, they win by 18 or something crazy.
Cleveland's just not equipped for a shootout, though. No, they have to play that. They have to play like Cleveland football to even stay in that game. Ball control and stuff like that. If it's a shootout, it's not close.
They're kind of built to beat Kansas City, though.
Absolutely. Yep.
If they were healthier, then I'd listen. But they lost so many fucking alignment. Who knows how many of them are even going to play?
Yeah, I mean, but if you have those 3 guys, I mean, the only guy that went out was the guard. Everyone else came back and finished that game, didn't they?
The right tackle was out. And then the right guard, I think both were, or the left guard.
Left guard. Yeah, I don't know. I just love Nick Chubb.
I think they are getting one back from COVID. I think that's why Joel Bitonio, I think, missed the game because he was on the COVID list, so he'll probably be back.
Is Nick Chubb the best running back in the game in the playoffs right now?
No.
Like pure runner, he's the best pure runner, right? Alvin Kamara might be better out of the backfield. Dalvin Cook might be better hands, but
how about right now in the postseason of these teams?
Oh, right now, yeah.
Nick Chubb's the best running back.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara maybe. Nick Chubb or Alvin Kamara.
Give me Kamara.
But because
he's not a running back.
He's a weapon, offensive weapon.
He's an athlete. That's what he is. He's an athlete. He's only had 200-yard rushing games in his whole career. Isn't that insane?
Yeah. But total yards, like yards from scrimmage.
Scrimmage yards. All
he's catching like eight balls a.
Yeah.
Fucking, I should have played running back in high school. Fuck. I got to go back in time.
I love Nick Chubb, though. I think he's incredible. Like, the Seahawks had a chance to draft him, but instead we drafted Rashad Penny.
That hurts.
Sick.
Don't say that.
Good job, dude.
Don't say it. I didn't. You know what? I could have gone the rest of my life without ever hearing
Rashad Penny, bro.
What a first-round pick, too.
It was either a late first or early second. Yeah. I think it was a late first. Yeah.
Yeah. That's tough.
All right. So, okay. So that means we're going to have, so we're saying for our conference finals, division finals? How's it? Wait.
Yeah.
Conference finals.
The next rounds. This is divisional round going into the
divisional, then with conference. So we got Kansas City, Buffalo.
Yep.
Green Bay.
Jake took Ravens.
So Big Jake took Baltimore. You sticking with that? You've got some time to think about it.
For funsies. I don't know how much I believe it, but we can't all go Buffalo.
Yeah. That's like what they do, like the Monday night countdown, and everybody picks New Orleans.
The Ravens do have really good fucking defense, and they're just so unique on offense with what they do. It's tough to game plan for, really.
I think they're getting hot too. Like I think there's something from momentum. I think they're feeling themselves a little bit. Yep.
I just always notice funny things about these teams, like Mark Ingram's not activated because he doesn't play special teams.
Yeah.
So they have 3 running backs that are active, and the third guy, I forget what his name is, but he plays because he's on kickoff, kick return, and Big Truz is just on the sidelines like fucking in a hoodie, just arms folded. It's like he was the man last year, and
he's
now
gonna be fucking furious.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then the other side, Jake, you have the Saints going all the way.
Give me Saints Packers for the
Saints Packers. All right, I got Saints Tampa Bay. Josh, did you pick Tampa Bay or you pick?
I got the Saints Packers as well.
And then predictions for the big game, assuming.
I'm gonna. Do we want to do that now? I kind of want to see the conference. Or this round.
You don't want to go bold prediction early?
Well, I want to reserve the right to change my mind on New Orleans. Is what I really want to do.
All right. We'll hold off for it. All right, Josh. Okay. Gotta get you to get an Xbox because the amount of time, like I'm looking at my clock right now, and I don't have to leave for work for maybe like an hour, and I'm thinking about getting off here and just going and playing. It's all I want to do.
What do you got going on today, bro?
I gotta work. I gotta go and coach 4 classes tonight. 3 till start at 3, and then my last class ends at like 8. And then I gotta get up. I got 2 spots tonight. I'm gonna doing a spot at this winery, and then another spot at this it's like a. They're all music venues out here. So all these mics, shows, all this shit. They all have. Every bar has a stage.
Okay.
So there's always live music. It's the live music capital of the world is Austin. So then all these comics are like putting up shows now, and all the bars are open. So every bar is like, we'll do anything to have people in here. So now it's like all these places are like just setting up shows. So there's a place called like Vulcan Gas Company. It's like an old school like punk rock venue with like a bar in it. Like Rogan came and played here like a month and a half ago. Chappelle's been there a month and a half ago. And then there's these dudes that run these like shitty little production companies.
Yep.
They're just like, we'll do a mic there on Thursday. And this guy came up to me at this mic I went to last night. He's like, man, you have that rape joke, right? I was like,
you carved out a lane for yourself, bro.
I was like, don't we all have a rape joke? Come on, man. What are we doing here? He's like, all right, well, you want to come on the show tomorrow? And just, hey, man, I would love to hear that joke. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I'll put it up front. Rape jokes up front. That's how I feel.
Catfishing you?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Big Jake, what are you doing the rest of the day? You fucking douchebag.
I gotta get a workout in. Other than that, not a lot. Your boy's unemployed. Probably played some COD.
Tell Josh how much money you spent on a fucking wedding ring. You fucking dumb.
Hey, congrats by the
way. I hope she heard that.
Yeah, she did. I'm sure.
He won't give. I'm asking for $5,000 for 6 years. Just give me.
Tell him, man. You didn't get it yet.
Pain and suffering.
To the mail.
That's pain and suffering.
All right. You're not. Hey, Kendra, you're not wrong.
Reparations, bro. Reparations.
Reparations. Yeah, just write it on a piece of paper and then crumple it up and show it to Josh in the corner. It's a fucking. Hey, Josh, I'll say this. It's too much.
It's a couple.
It's like, how much does your first house cost? Do you want a down payment? Wait, was that a ring or a down payment for a crib?
Oh, God. Damn, man.
Isn't that the dumbest thing you've ever heard in your life?
I wouldn't say dumb.
If people out there are wondering how you get anal twice a week, that's how you get anal. That's it. Hey,
Jeff, I got some more news for you, by the way. I'm having a baby, and I just found out today that it's going to be a boy.
Really? Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. She's pregnant, Blair?
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I knew.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was a boy.
I used to let you know, but then I didn't yet. So
yeah. Congrats, man. How far along is she?
We're doing July. So
okay. Bump showing?
13 weeks.
Yeah.
13 weeks. What's that?
Bump showing? You got a baby bump?
A little bit. Starting to.
Thanks, guys.
We're dads, Blair.
No, there's no baby bump. Shut up. I know that's what I'm saying. He told me, like, he sent me like a picture. He's such a cunt. He sent me a picture of like a positive test, but it was, like with pregnancy tests, it's like a plus minus. It's like, wait, what's the positive thing here?
Yeah.
It's like, how do we know if it's, 2 stripes means maybe, 3 stripes means yes, 1 stripe means try again. It's like, what? Yeah. And then I called, I was like, yeah, we're pregnant. And I was like, Jesus. And I kept this secret for
a minute,
for months.
Yeah, I gotta call a bunch of other people now today and let them know.
Well, how you do is wait to call them and to see who's listening to the podcast.
Yeah, I was thinking about
that. Hey, because you know what? Only people that listen to the full hour and whatever half this is will be like, oh no, I heard it at the very end. It's like, that's how if you want someone to never find out about something, put it at the end of one of these podcasts. And you're having a boy. I didn't know it was a boy. He told me earlier he found out the sex of the baby, but wouldn't tell me. He said he wanted to wait for the podcast. But I knew it was a fucking boy. Because you want to know why I knew it was a boy? Because he told me about it. He goes, found the sex of the baby. And if it was a girl, he would have gone, found the sex of the baby.
Found the sex of the baby.
You know what's crazy? Dude, your kid's gonna get his dick sucked one day. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Your baby boy's gonna get his dick sucked, dude.
Within the next 20 years.
I'm so
As an
excited.
adult.
Yeah. He's gonna ask me for drugs. I'll be like, you know where I get them from. You're down.
Right. Yeah, right.
You're ask the big guy. He's got him on him right now.
Right. Did you check the basement?
Yeah, the kid's smart. He knows what the drugs are.
We're producing
All right,
shit.
man. That's fucking. Well, you know what that means now. I was telling Big Jake. It's like now he's on the clock.
Sure.
It's almost over.
Yeah, that's right.
So now we gotta circle the wagons. We gotta get in here real tight, real close.
I see a baby shower in our future. I see a bachelor party in our future. A wedding in our future.
Yeah, I mean, and by bachelor party, he means like we just hang out and talk about our feelings about our futures. That's it. Nothing like no, definitely no like Zach. Remember Zach Johnson's bachelor party? Jesus, that shit was, man. You ate a box of nerds out of her bottle. It's a quote. It didn't actually happen. Although I did drink a beer off a stripper's pussy one time, and that was the shit.
You did do that. I saw that.
Yes, you did.
All right, fuckers, we did it. Josh, buy an Xbox One. We got to get on. We start gaming. You got nothing else to do.
Done. Consider it done.
Put some money away. We'll fucking make it. Jake will send you fucking 1/16.
Send you a copy of the game.
Yeah, send you a copy of the game. I'll send you 1/16 what that ring costs, which comes out to fucking half my car.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, boys, we did it. Thanks for coming on. We'll do it again. We'll do it again after the next round because I think by 6 listeners that listen like this shit. They like when we go sports. So we did it. All right, guys. Love you, boys. Talk to you soon.
Hey, good seeing you.